California, Nevada, and even part of Colorado. Today, this area is one of the most richest and amazing sections of the land in the entire world. This land was not always the property of the United States. Several cultures and countries have owned or controlled this area long before there was ever a tribe. Then by Spain, then Mexico, and lastly the United States. Cheapo Cheapo Productions is proud to present yet another American history film on the history of the American Southwest. Our film centers around one tiny piece of land somewhere in the Southwest and all many different cultures and people that inhabit it over the years.
Me heard of a strange, white-faced man that has sticks that explode and that have turtle shells on their chest and that ride huge deer are marching toward our village.
I think you've been kicked in the head by buffalo, Chief Screaming Eagle.
Me no speak with forked tongue, Little Running Nose. Me have vision and I know it to be true.
How you know this thing you speak of is true?
I was in the medicine lodge last night. I saw white people and I heard of pale faces. It's going to come true.
This land has always been Indian land. When my grandfather was here, it was Indian land. And when his grandfather was here, it was Indian land. No white strangers are going to take this land from us. We are strong people and we will fight to keep our home.
I hope that is true, Little Running Nose. But the bear and the buffalo are heading to the high mountains. They only head to the high mountains when there is trouble.
Chief Screaming Eagle, you are talking like old squaw woman.
Hola, Chief.
Who are you?
I'm a conquistador from Spain.
What do you want, white man?
We want to control your land, give you new laws to live by, and bring you the Catholic Church. Me no think so, White Eyes.
Me think you crazy, white man.
Let us smoke peace pipe, and we have much to offer your people.
Okay, but no funny stuff. We no be funny, Chief. We just talk.
The Spanish did bring their culture and church to many Indian people in the Southwest. The Spanish treated the Indians well and taught their language to the Indians. Spain ruled the Southwest for about 300 years, from the mid-1500s until 1821. You can still see the Spanish culture throughout the American Southwest today. The Spanish architecture, food, language, and Catholic Church are still everywhere throughout the Southwest. The Spanish brought many good things to the Southwest, but the beginning of the 1800s, the spirit of revolution was in the air. The largest group of the people in Mexico was called the Mestizos. The Mestizos were people who had Indian and Spanish blood proudly running through their veins. The Mestizos had little rights under Spanish rule and filled with ideals of the American and French Revolution demanded a break with Spain.
living here makes me so happy.
This land that our fathers settled is truly God's gift to the Spanish people. Why, hello, Father Miguel Hidalgo. How are you this glorious morning?
Yes, Father, today we celebrate the anniversary of this great land we now call Nova Hispania.
Yes, Nova Hispania, New Spain.
Yes, Spain has taught us much, but this land, these people now need to have their own country.
You mean there's gonna be a revolution, Father?
Oh, what was Spain, Father, we will these land and these people?
No, a revolution will bring the land back to the people. Follow me and we will find others to fight against the tyranny of Spain.
We will fight with you, Father.
Father Miguel Hidalgo did lead a revolution against Spain. Many people followed him. Father Miguel Hidalgo's army was attacked and crushed by Spain, and later he was executed. But Father Miguel Hidalgo is important because he planted a seed of revolution into the very spirit of the Mexican people.
Follow me!
The revolution that Miguel Hidalgo started did not stop when he was executed. More and more people came. Finally, Spain could not hold off the Mexican movement any longer. In 1821, Mexico broke away from Spain and became an independent nation.
You play so beautifully, Cisco. You play in celebration of Mexico. We are finally free from the Spanish rule. Now we have our own country called Mexico, where we can become a strong people with a strong nation. Is this here land the part of Mexico called Taha? Yes, Greenbow girl. Why do you ask? We have here a land grant from Santa Anna himself that gives us permission to settle here in this here Texas.
How could Santa Anna be so stupido? You Americans will move into our country, and before you know it, you will take it from us. Santa Anna, how could you make such a mistake?
Don't worry, my Mexican friend. We'll be good old girls, and we won't be any trouble at all. And we won't try to take your land either.
Many Americans did move into the territory of Mexico called Texas. After a few years, Mexico tried to cut off American immigration to Texas, and a war started. The famous Battle of the Alamo is one of the most famous battles in American history. The last battle of the war took place at San Jacinto and brought Texas independence from Mexico. 9 years later, Texas became a part of the United States. But we must never forget that the state of Texas did not always belong to the United States. It first belonged to the Indians, then to the Spanish, then this great land belonged to the Mexican government. Then it was owned by the Lone Star Republic of Texas, and lastly, Texas became part of the United States. It was not long after the United States bought Texas that the United States and Mexico went to war. America won the war, and as a result, we acquired the rest of the American Southwest with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. The war took about half of Mexico away and almost doubled the size of the United States. The United States now extended all the way to the Pacific Ocean.
This is sure some right pretty land, isn't it, Jimmy Bob?
Sure is, Clem. Sure enough is.
It's cold there, Clem. It's cold. I'm a millionaire. Not only is this land beautiful, but it makes us rich too. Let's go on down to the claim office and make a stake for this here piece of land, Jimmy Bob. Okay.
Much gold was discovered in the Southwest and made many a man very wealthy, but most never made much. But the Southwest offered so much more than just a handful of gold, much more.
Many people came to the Southwest in prairie schooners. These wagons were waterproof and had a heavy canvas over the top to protect them against rain and snow.
Chester, honey, we've been in this wagon for months.
Quit your complaining, honey, or I'll just leave you here with the rattlesnakes.
Are we almost there, Dumpling?
Just over the rise, and we will be in our new ranch in the great American Southwest.
How will we make our money, Sugar Bear?
Cows!
Beautiful sky, honey. We are going to build us the biggest cattle ranch in the entire Southwest. And we are going to build our ranch right over there. And we are going to raise us some longhorns and,
What the heck is a longhorn, Chester, dear?
a longhorn is a big old cow with some real big horns. And these here longhorns, they're a tough old critter. They can handle the cold winter nights and the hot summer days. They are the perfect cow for the Southwest, Mary. This land is gonna make us wealthy, Mary.
You're such a hunk, my little old cowpoke.
People found the real wealth in the Southwest. It was not gold, but in the land itself. Many people made fortunes in cattle and farming the Southwest. The Southwest grew and grew large. Cities began to spring up everywhere as industries came. People came from everywhere to live in the Southwest because of the beauty.
Not a soul in sight. The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonlit summer night. Raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving in. He's heading back from somewhere that he never should have been. And the thunder rolls.
This would be a perfect place to build our dream house.
It sure is, Lisa. They want over $100,000 for it. It's a lot of land for a piece. It's a lot of money for a piece of land.
A piece of land? A piece of land? This is not just any piece of land. This is a piece of the great American Southwest. I think $100,000 is a great price to own a piece of this land. You're not only buying the land, Robert. You're buying the southwestern sunrises and sunsets. You're buying the wide open freedom of this beautiful wide open space, Robert.
You're right, Lisa. How could I have been so stupid? Let's run down to the bank and get the money and we'll start building tomorrow.
Thanks, Robert.
In the morning, not a soul in sight.
You almost hit that guy. You put a 5-iron in your hands and you can be dangerous.
I missed him by at least 6 inches. I don't know what you guys are so worried about.
Jerry, it's your turn. Jerry. You, Jerry.
Earth to Jerry, we're playing golf here. It's your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just looking at what a wonderful place this is. The Southwest is so breathtaking. I wonder what it must have been like before those condos over there were here, or before that shopping mall.
A long time ago, Jerry, the Indians lived here. There were just a few jackrabbits, teepees, and rattlesnakes like the one that's under your...
You are so mean. That snake almost tried to kill me and you guys are sitting here laughing. Anyway, after the Indians, this land was Nova Hispania, New Spain. They brought their culture, language, and church here.
So that's why there's so many Spanish names in the Southwest. San Diego, San Francisco, Colorado.
After the Spanish had it, the Mexicans moved into the Southwest. And then the Americans had it, and we had it ever since.
Enough of the history lessons, Jerry. You better hit your shot before the sun goes down and it'll be too dark to see the beautiful American Southwest.
The American Southwest truly is a remarkable land. I hope you have enjoyed the story today on the American Southwest.
No place you can go, I'll say